What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let me go ahead and get these questions loaded up. Yes, I'm excited today, y'all. So super excited today. Akadandre, that's what I'm talking about. Be the first person on the line. Yeah. I hope y'all ready to do it ugly today. Because that's what we doing. We getting ugly. Hey, Uncle Andre, you're so sweet. You always giving out good compliments. But today we're doing it ugly. We're not going to be beautiful. Dimitri. Hey, my love. Where's Trapper? Tell him to get on to give me my views. Thank you. I know y'all probably sitting there busting out laughing. No, but for real, y'all, this is my girl Kelly. She's part of the morning meetup crew. I love her. Tell him what I said. He heard me. This is gonna be an amazing live. I'm super excited about it. Hey, Miss Sunshine, next level. Yes, my next level family. Love to see it. Got my new cargo for in. Yes, I'm super excited, y'all. Okay, Trapper, here we go. Reggie, I love you. But let me see. Let me go ahead, because y'all know every time I get on live, I always have an issue with trying to... I got my comment today, so I ain't even have to worry about that. So that was a good thing. So let me see about going to get KeliKelz in this thing. ASAP. Are y'all having a good Monday so far? How was y'all weekend? So let me tell you about my weekend since I asked y'all about y'all's. So I went to the Next Level conference. I'm in the Next Level Leaders Academy, Next Level Speakers Academy, and it's pretty much just a community ran by Jeremy Anderson for motivational speakers and people who have a message, who wants to get it out into the world. And I wouldn't necessarily say I want to be a motivational speaker, but entrepreneurship is something that I am very passionate about, and I want to be able to fluently and articulate that in a sense that, you know, I've been doing this since who knows how long. So, you know, just being a part of that community and networking with other people has helped me to grow and to be more confident in my speaking abilities. So it was really an amazing event. Like, I got to meet Inky Johnson, y'all. Let me tell y'all, he's like one of the top motivational speakers, along with Jeremy Anderson and everybody else. And it was just amazing just to see him in person and actually talk to him. So I enjoyed it. But my girl Kelly has got in, so we are about to go ahead and do it ugly. Let me go ahead and add her. It's gonna be amazing. But y'all tell me what y'all did this weekend. Oh, you just got home from the conference. Where do you live? Okay. I think Kelly about to go do it from the Do It Ugly page. Oh wait, it said Kelly join. Y'all see what I'm saying? I always be having an issue with Instagram. I don't know. I got to get it together. Oh, does it really rain all the time in Seattle? I've heard that that's something that goes on in Seattle. It's nothing but rain. Oh, okay. It say it's not letting. It says it's unable to join. Okay, well that's good. It's not always raining in Seattle. Wait, let me try to add you again, Kelly. Is it? There we go. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Kelly? Nope. Let me see. Hello? Can you hear me? You know what? Let me try to unplug from my computer. That might be the case. Can you hear me now? You can? I can't hear you though. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Hello, Overcomers Apparel. Y'all, I'm trying to get my sound together, so bear with me for a quick second. Hey, everybody. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, I can hear you now.
Hey, there it is.
Perfect. Come on for the branding. I love this shirt. I definitely need to
Let's
go ahead
get
and
it.
get me one. Put an order in.
Yeah. The orders, man. Look, I did not expect for them to sell out. I don't know why I didn't, but they did. And so now I'm working on getting all the previous orders filled, plus the new coming colorways that are going to be coming out within the next month. So definitely
Okay,
got.
that's what's up. Yes. Okay, so cool. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, y'all. Like I said, I am CoachLay. I am interviewing Miss Kelly with the Do It Ugly brand. She is one of my morning meetup family members. So if you want to go ahead and tell everybody who you are, what you do, and then we can go ahead and get into the questions.
What it do? I am KeliKelz. What do I do? What don't I do? I am the founder of the Do It Ugly brand, motivational brand, encouraging everybody to stop waiting for things to be so perfect. Stop waiting for things to be right. There's never going to be a right time. Okay, so you simply just need to do it ugly. There's a gentleman. He's in the morning meetup. His name is Matt. He's from DC, and he made a mention this weekend, and he said something about do it ugly, put the makeup on the way. So how often do we put the makeup on the way, right? You know what I mean? But by the time we arrive, we look what we supposed to look like, but that's not how we started. So I need everybody to take that and move that on into every area of your life, whether it be business. I love to talk about business because that's what I love. But between that and just, it could be marriage, it could be parenting, it could be whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just put your makeup on as you go. So other than that, I have a 9 to 5. I work for the federal government, and I also do real estate here in Maryland. And I just renounced. I'm going to be retiring from credit repair by the end of the year, due to what we heard on that morning meetup call with Jeremy. So it was that day. I was like, you know what? Game over. So that's time for that to go.
Yeah, so you're definitely a living, breathing portion of what he always preached to us in the academy, which is next level living. Like you already know, if it's not what you need to do, then move on so you can continue to go on and upwards to the next level. So definitely. Okay, so how did you get into? Well, first, can you give us a little background on can you tell us what you do with the government?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can tell you.
Okay.
I used to be a contracting officer for the government, meaning that I used to to spend the government's money. I'm the one who used to create the contracts. I used to sign the contracts between the government, the federal government, and the customer or clients and so on and so forth. And so if you guys watched the podcast with Shans and Jason White, Jason is teaching folks out here how to do government contracting as a contractor. I'm the one on the opposite side that's signing those contracts for the federal government. So that's what I used to do. I literally just started a year ago doing procurement analyst, which means I now make the rules and make sure that those who are in acquisitions follow the rules that the government has laid out on the government side of the board. So I've been doing that since I was 21. So as soon as I graduated out of college, went straight there because that's what we were always taught, right? Go to the government, get to a safe job. You'll always have a job. Nobody's going to take, so I'm on year 13. I'm going to try my best to stay 7 more years. Not looking like it's gonna happen.
Look, I was just going to say, is it 20 years like all over the board where you get unlimited benefits?
I honestly can't even tell you. I know that when it comes to your retirement, when it comes to your money, you have to have the age, right? And so now for me, the age would be like 56. And these people got another thing coming that they think I'm staying till 56.
Yeah.
It's happening,
I understand.
But I do believe that the benefits, I do believe it is 20 years. That's a good question. And I actually will get back to you on that because clearly I need to know myself. I I do believe that it is 20 years that you can at least get your benefits. That's really all I'm there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
literally there for the benefits. You know what I mean? If I can find it to where I can like easy cruise it for those last 7 years, I mean, that's free money. Why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the way I feel like this brand is going to take me, the place is going to take me, it just might not work out. So we're going to see what God has for us.
I understand. I definitely understand. What college did you go to?
BSU, Bowie State University.
Okay,
Maryland.
HBCU.
Yep, at HBCU.
Yes.
I made it a point that when I graduated high school, I made it a point to go to an HBCU. There's nothing like it. There's no better place when it comes to, I guess, higher. I mean, you know, you have your Howards and I'm not Howards. I'm sorry, your Hamptons and so on and so forth. But it's nothing like an HBCU. So yeah, I went to Bowie State University, Bowie State Bulldogs. So graduated from there in 4 years, and then went on about my business. Went and got my master's at Maryland, University of Maryland.
Okay, that's what's up. So how did you get into the entrepreneur world? Like, what made you want to become an entrepreneur?
I don't like people telling me what to do, Coach. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it.
I just realized that about my own self, like not too long ago. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. Here's the thing, right? So I've been introduced to entrepreneurship at a very young age. My godmother started her own business. She started her own tour bus company. And she actually literally, I think she just sold that maybe last year or something like that. She held it for 20 years. And so, you know, hey, don't cut me off in traffic, bro. That's I couldn't even ignore that one. Don't cut me off in traffic. I'm pulling up. So yeah, she started her own business, and when I was 12, I worked there during the summertime. Got paid a little $150 a week. And I just saw her build that. She was working at a hospital at some point. I don't know. I think she was in like the finance office or something like that. She built that business. She left that business, and literally a year ago, she just sold it. So I think she had it for like 20 years. And she sold it. So I think that was my first introduction to entrepreneurship with my godmother.
That's what's up. You was making money as a youngin.
Oh yeah, because like I told you, I don't like the word no. I mean, I understand it. You know, I understand it. And as I've gotten older and more mature, I understand that you know, the word no. It's like God has 3 answers for you. He might say yes, he would say no, and he's gonna say not right now. So if he said no, you got to get used to that no. But I just don't like the authoritative. Some people don't say no in the right context, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I just feel like working for yourself is just that freedom. That I love entrepreneurship. I love what I'm doing now when it comes to the brand, because it's brand new to me. Like, I don't know. I literally will tell you I knew nothing about the apparel space. Now I know some things. I don't know, and I'm not the best at it, but I'm gonna get there. And I'm be able to teach some other people, because there's freedom. My main goal is freedom. You know, I don't want to be able. I don't want anyone to tell me where my limits are. You know, even in the federal government, I'm limited with, you know, your grades, right? So you know how they have like a grade scale, and they say, okay, well, you've been your GS 13, so that means you telling me how much I'm worth. Like, nah, I'm worth more than that. Like, you don't get to tell me how much I'm worth. I don't like that.
Yeah, I definitely can't agree with that. How did you, so once you got older, how long did you work with your aunt? Like, did you go with your aunt and then you like went to like retail? Like, how did you
man, I've been around the globe when it comes to work, man. Like, so I always worked at a place where I feel like I can get something in return. I ain't even gonna lie. I worked at where I worked with my godmother. I was 12, so I didn't have to get like I didn't have to get a work permit. When in Maryland, you had to get a work permit at the age of 15. So I got lucky because it's her business. You know what I mean? I didn't need a work permit. So I stayed with her every summer through the summers, and then, you know, on the weeks that we were on winter breaks and stuff like that, I would go work for her, push paper for her. And then when I got older, I started doing retail in college. I always had a job. I've always had some type of money coming in. Like, I've always had that hustler mentality. Like, I don't want to depend on nobody for anything. So downtown locker room, because I'm a shoe head. Y'all know that from the morning meetup. I got a sneaker problem. You know, I have that sneaker problem. Then I went to Best Buy through college. Still went to college. At the time, it was Circuit City. So then Circuit City closed down, and then I finally got my internship for the government. And by that time, it was time for me to graduate. So I did a 3-year internship down at Pax River, Maryland. It's probably like an hour away for the Navy. I stayed with the Navy I've been in the Navy for about 7 years of my career, and then I moved on. But I've been in the government since I was 21. I'm 34 now, so I've always had some type of income. So I've done the little retail thing. One thing I've never done was a waitress or a waiter. Kudos to anyone who has touched that field.
Yeah,
I don't have it,
but
yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, I've always retail. I guess other than office work, that was my thing.
That's what's up. Okay, so I do want to take the moment to shout out your mom because she said mom is here, Kelly. So shout out to Mama Kelly in the building. That's definitely some real support and love.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's right there, man. That's the queen. If people always ask, you know, what is entrepreneurship to you and what does it mean? Like my mom taught me what it was about to be a strong woman and just always take care of yourself, always have your own stuff. Not so much, sometimes with that stigma as Black women, we're so, we are taught not to depend on people. But my mom taught me in a way where it wasn't about not depending on people because we're not wired that way, right? Like, I don't believe that God made us that way. He gave Adam a companion for a reason.
Yeah.
So Black women, and I'll just, say that Black women, we get so caught up. We don't need a man and blah, blah, blah. I believe in partnership. But those things that I have, my degrees, the work that I've put in, these businesses, can't nobody take that away from me. And so my mom showed me that, you know what I mean? Just to always be able to take care. Growing up, I'll tell anybody this story. I don't have one of those stories where it's like, I grew up and I didn't know what the lights was going to be on. Nah, I knew the lights was going to be on because I knew my mom was going to take care of it. I knew my parents were going to take care of it, But I do have that story of, my mom never told me no. There's only one thing that my mom told me no to, and it was a go-kart. And the only reason why is because we didn't have the space for it. So I guarantee y'all see me out here on Toro buying these cars. This is my go-karts. These are my mama ain't get me.
That's what's up. Were you always good with your money when you were starting off with your
Absolutely not.
You were? Oh, I thought you said it. Yeah.
No. And so that's what makes me when it came to the financial literacy, when I got into financial literacy, I feel like that's what made my story a little different because we see a lot of folks in this financial literacy spot and in this financial literacy space, and we see them where they are now, but a lot of times some people don't like to display where they've been. And so to me, that makes the story that much greater. It makes somebody believe that, I can do that because they did it. If anyone's out here, if you listen to Sonia Lewis, the student loan doctor, she'll tell you about her story all the time, paycheck to paycheck, one bank account got negatives and so on and so forth. And so I love to hear stories like that. And that's no pun intended to anyone who had the blessing of having someone teach them financial literacy. My parents did not teach me that, which is much like a lot of people in the Black community. We're not taught that. So now, in this day and age, we have a lot more information than we did. But no, I've not always been good with my money. But honestly, those moments where I was at rock bottom with my finances, I was always able to make it work. I was always able to make something happen. I would work 3 jobs. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I first got into real estate, I was just getting out of a terrible relationship. I was up to my hair follicles in debt. You know what I mean? Money. I took a maxed out credit card. I made the payment. Once that payment hit, I turned around and went and paid for my real estate class. And that's just how that started. You know what I mean? That was like probably the ugliest. That's how ugly started for real for me. And I was able to get somewhat financial freedom from real estate. But then that's what also got me to financial literacy, because I started realizing people can't buy homes without credit. Well, how come we don't have credit? That sucks. Okay, let me help somebody figure this out. And so, yeah, but I wasn't always good with my money. I wasn't, but, learning that budget and writing stuff down and things like that have definitely helped me out. But no, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I wasn't always good with it.
I understand. So how did you come up with the slogan, do it ugly? And can you go a little bit more deeper into what it is to do it ugly?
Yeah, the ugly brand. So sorry guys, my dad just called me. I should be good to go. the ugly brand, the Do It Ugly brand, I got it from, there's a guy, his name is Jose, black man with a Spanish name. And if you are part of the morning meetup, you know that he would always, he's a content guru, right? And so he's teaching us about content. And at the time, I was just learning that, you know, how content can grow your business and the importance of content. And I didn't like to go live. I would record my videos and then post them afterwards, right? I would wait for them to take 30 minutes to stink and load and then put them up. Because that's what made me comfortable. Nobody was watching me. It was just me, right? It made me feel safe. And so he's like, you got to go live. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I can do this. I went and I bought a little ring light off of Amazon. Put that thing, I had no idea to set that thing up or nothing. Watched me a little YouTube and was like, all right, cool, I'm going to do this. Did that, and my video was horrible, okay? It was absolutely horrible. The lighting was bad. The sound was bad. But, so when I told him the next day on Wednesday, what I realized is the pattern is that at the time was that Jose would be on Wednesdays. Okay, so I started realizing, I'm like, okay, Jose is on Wednesdays. Cool. Wednesday, raised my hand, like, hey, can you check out my little live that I did? He's like, yeah, DM me. I DM'd him. I sent it to him. And he never got back to me. He never got back to me. So I thought he was going to, right? Sounds about right, right? So I thought he was going to look at this thing, you know, maybe not have to rush the whole thing, but at least, you know, do a little skip through or whatever. I never heard back from Jose. And I was like, well, what the heck, man? All right, cool. Come through next Wednesday. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You check out my video, blah, blah. But at the time, I was doing lives. I was doing lives on Friday. So I just kept doing lives. I just kept doing it. And eventually, Jose got back to me, whatever. I don't think Jose is still to this day looked at that video. I really don't.
Really?
No, I really don't. But what happened was on that next Wednesday, I raised my hand. And I'm like, Jose, you know, I hit you up. Check your DMs, blah, blah. He said, well, you know, I went live, but I said, it was horrible. It was horrible. The sound was bad. Lighting was bad. And he said to me, he said, well, Kelly, I'm proud of you because you still did it ugly. And I was like, dang. And from that moment, that stuck to me because how often the point is to do it. The point is not for it to be perfect. The point is for you to do it. We get so focused on the adjective of the description of things. We want things to be beautiful and we want to be wealthy. But you don't want to do the verbs, the actions that require you to get to those places. And so the point was that I did it. And when I kept doing it and I kept doing it. And so the lighting got better and the sound got better and things got better. And so from that moment on, I was got on live one time. I'm sorry, not on live, on morning meetup. And I hit Jose up. I said, look, he said, do it ugly to somebody else. And I said, Jose, I ain't raised my hand this time. I didn't raise my hand. Jose, can I have that? He said, yeah, man, do what you want. And from that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this something. I'm going to make something out of this. Because it speaks to so many people, period. In life, you're doing, I don't care what it is. Like I said, I talk about business because that's what I know. But in so many areas of life, whether, like I said, marriage, family, work. I'm doing work ugly right now, man. I got a whole little, to be honest, I got a whole little situation going on at my job right now, my 9 to 5. And here I am building this brand. Like, this is the part people don't understand. Like, you have to keep going. Where we get so messed up is you want the results, but you don't want to do the work. We don't want to stay consistent. So when things get ugly, that's when we like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. Because it's ugly. It's not looking right. I'm missing the puzzle. The piece of this puzzle is over here, and I need the corner piece. So then you gonna stop putting the puzzle together? You know what I mean? So this thing is so easy. Like, even in this business, I have done every single one of my businesses, right? I think I own 4 LLCs. All of them. I got the LLC first. I just got the LLC for the ugly brand last week. I launched on the 16th. Doing everything ugly. I don't even have a bank account for this joint yet. You know what I mean?
Come on, speaking of this, it's happening though.
Yeah, but it's happening. But what I did get first was that trademark. I did do that. You know what I mean? So, you know, people have got to stop being so hard on themselves. You literally have to, the process is the best part. The process is the best part. And I don't think we realize that. And so all of that, that's what, if I, keep going deeper into it, it's like everything, like, I don't care if something's going wrong, man. Just be like, okay, that was ugly. Cool. How do we do this another way? There's never one way to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to do it. It doesn't have to look pretty. So just like I said, when you're in a car, you putting your makeup. So many people have driven in a car and they tied up a tie. They driving. You tied up a tie, or you putting your makeup on, but you driving. Well, that's not how you started. You came out the house, your face wasn't beat. You know what I mean? You might have had on some Carmex, but you wasn't interview ready. But by the time you pulled up to that parking spot and you driving with your kneecap, you got coffee, you got all kinds of stuff. You done did everything else you weren't supposed to do. But by the time you got out that car for that interview, you was ready. So we just you have to keep going. You have to start. If you don't start, you go nowhere. So at least if you do it, and if it's ugly, that's cool. At some point, you're gonna put the pieces in the wrong place too many times, and at some point, you're gonna find the right place for that piece to go. But that doesn't happen until you become comfortable being ugly.
Definitely, because just to piggyback off what you were saying, I don't know. I don't know where I got that sense of perfection from, which parent gave it to me, but my best friend used to always be like, Ashley, you're such a perfectionist. You need to stop trying to do this, stop trying to do that. Like, that's why everything not working out for you. Just do it. And I'm just like, but I need it to be like this. I need it to be like that. Like, it's so amazing that you said that, because you were in recession proof, right?
I am recession proof. Yep.
Okay, so him 500 had came to the conference this past weekend, and he had posted. He had showed us this video that he said he's never showed anyone about how it took him 60 takes to make one video, and he was telling us, like, if you can't do it by yourself, then how can you expect to speak to anybody else? But what I got out of that was, you don't have to always be perfect with everything. Like, there was I had did a video on Instagram to tell people what the Adulting Crew was. I want to say I did like 30 videos, and I still wasn't happy with it. But I think it was one of them days where it probably was a Wednesday. It probably was a Jose day. And you probably asked the question, was like, do it ugly? And I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to upload it, because if I do it again, I'm going to be pissed off. Then I might end up stuttering again, because like when I get nervous, I start to talk fast. And then that's when I know, like, okay, you need to slow down. Like, you're doing too much. Just chill, just breathe. So that's definitely a good thing for people to understand. Like, just do it, regardless of if you feel like you doing the right thing or if it don't sound right. Just get it out, because like Dave tell us all the time, we're not on here doing our business for the people that follow us. It's for the people who we're trying to market to, who our clients are going to be, and everything like that. So it's like, by the time you get to where you at, they probably didn't even see the struggle or the 60-minute videos or the bad lighting videos or anything like that. So that's definitely what's up.
It's amazing because in every aspect of my life, growing up, I played sports. I was heavy in sports. I literally just stopped playing sports. Football. I played football for all women's team for almost about 10 years almost, and I just stopped playing. And so when I was growing up, I played the drums. Okay. And there's these things that are called rudiments in the drums. It's like sheet music for drummers. And they're sets, right? And one day my instructor told me, he said, I messed up, and I would just stop when I messed up. And he said, Kelly, why you stop? I said, because I messed up. He said, can I ask you something? I said, yeah. He said, how many people you think in that audience are going to be drummers? If there's 100 people in the audience, how many people are drummers? I said, well, maybe 5. He said, okay, so 5 out of 100. 5 out of 100 people. If you mess up, only 5 out of those 100 people might know. They might not even catch it. Might know, but they might not even catch it. So if you stop, well, now everyone's going to know you messed up because you stopped. Or you can keep going and just keep going. Because you got to hold the beat. You're the baseline of the music. Right? And so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about that now as an adult. Didn't get it as a kid. I got it as a kid, but now where I'm at now, the thing is this, y'all. how many people are doing what you're doing? Maybe 10,000, maybe 10 people. But at the end of the day, you walk to the beat of your own drum. And so if you mess up to the beat of your own drum, who else is going to know but you?
Right. Only
Now,
you know.
everyone's going to know. Or you can keep playing your drum and keep going until you get the rudiments right, until you get the beat right. Right? So everybody, you have to keep going. This thing in life, so many people, this is what we say about content. We work so hard on content. We so focus so hard on content. You literally just said it yourself. I'm going to start talking fast. Some people might not even know that that's what's happening. Nobody, you know. Some other people might be like, oh, this girl talking that talking. You so worried about, oh, I'm going to stop because I was going too fast.
Yeah.
Who knew? Nobody knew. You know what I mean? We doing this because this is what you want to do. Do this because this is what you want to do. Because if you don't, you're going to end up losing your idea of consistency, right? You got to stay consistent. We got to stay consistent. It's going to be some bad days. It's going to be some ugly days. Man, like, let me, I can give you guys a spill of my last 2 weeks, right? Last 2 weeks, July 16th, I dropped the brand. Sold out, right? Dope. Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Well, before then, I'm in the Toro business as well, right? So I had literally just bought a Mercedes. I bought that on a Sunday before I dropped the brand. That was on July 16th that I dropped the brand, right? Sold out. Awesome. That's dope. I didn't expect that. On the 19th, or was it the 18th? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On the 18th, I lost my uncle, right?
Oh,
so
sorry to hear that.
You're in that space, right? But that's life. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that's life, right? I don't know how many times where things are up and things can go up, but you got to understand that at some point stuff gonna happen because that's life. So do I get to stop? You know how many people are counting on me to do it ugly? You know what I mean? I have to keep telling myself that. And I try to tell everybody, everything that you do when it comes to business really don't got nothing to do with you. Literally, not even just business. Everything that you do, low key, really has nothing to do with you. You can go through a heartbreak situation. You know that ain't even about you. First of all, you probably picked the wrong person, and that's okay. Yeah. Because so have I, plenty of times, right? But picking that wrong person taught me a lot of lessons that's gonna help me help some little girl who gonna pick the wrong person one day, right? Yeah. Once you realize that, I feel like this is my personal opinion. Once you realize that everything that you're going through really ain't even about you, you stop taking things to heart so much. You stop. You start looking for the lessons. You stop looking for what's happening, and you start looking for the lessons that's inside of that. Okay, cool. That breakup happened. Okay, cool. Well, what did I learn about myself? Okay, what did I learn about myself? What is it or a relationship or business? What did I learn from this lesson? I can tell you what I learned from my first release. All right, I underestimated myself. I only ordered 30 shirts when I dropped the brand. I only ordered 30.
Kelly.
Crazy. I'm in a community of 400.
I was just gonna say.
Ordered 30. Right? And I double sold day one. Double sold 40. So on the morning meetup the next week, we had wins and stuff like that. And Dave asked us, what are our wins? I said, Dave, I sold out. He said, you need to order 100. Well, here's what people don't know. The original manufacturer that I had for my shirts is over in Pakistan. I call him. I'm like, hey, bro, I need to order XX minus Z. Here's my order. And he's like, oh, well, we got a 7-day long holiday here. What? Okay, cool. So not only you got a seven day delay, but now he also said that'll be $3,000. $3,000 where? Now, do I have the money to pay for it? Fortunately for me, I do. However, that's not how business goes. We're going to look for a better number, right? Dave says, Kelly, I need you to call my printer. Boom. I got in touch with that person. I get on Alpha Broder. The lady calls me back. She had a really nasty attitude, right? I put in my order. She's like, oh, you need a resale license. I'm like, well, I didn't know you need a resale license in Maryland. I don't even have an LLC yet. How am I going to get a resale license? Do a little bit more Google research. Find another person for the t-shirts. They're already delivered, and they're going to be printed down in Atlanta. for me to probably have them and start filling orders next week. Because they told me order 100 now. And I'm like, I underestimated myself. So within that 1 week of business, lessons learned. Lessons learned. And you know what the best part about it is? You got some people, you got those customers like, wear my shirt, this and the other. I'm literally going to respond to you and say, hey, listen, I'm doing this ugly. I thought we talked about that. This is what happened. Right? And
the transparency.
I'm transparent. This is what happened. Right? And so at the end of the day, I could have let that stop me. But this guy told me 7 days, $3,000. And I could have been bummed about that. Or you get back in your seat. You get back behind your keyboard. You get back behind your pen and your paper. Whatever it is, get back behind the microphone. Get back behind the camera. Get back on the court. Whatever it is you need to get back to doing to get to where you need to go, let's go. Let's go. Because somebody else is waiting on you. That's
Definitely.
it.
Look, you need to get into the next level speakers academy. You need to add that as your next bucket.
Listen, so when Jeremy came on our call last week, I didn't know about it. I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew who he was because he, introduces us at Him5. He talks for when you first get into Recession Proof. But I'm like, okay, I've heard him before, but I didn't know, who he was until he came on. And I'm like, I'm looking like, oh, I got to find, like, I could have went this weekend, but it was my parents' 40th anniversary and I had some responsibilities I had to fulfill there. So I DM'd him and I said, Jeremy, I need to be at your next event. And that was also the day that I decided I'm not doing credit repair anymore because my value is bigger here. My value is bigger here. Can I give people value teaching about credit or fixing credit? Yes, I absolutely can. My influence is bigger with the ugly brand. So something's got to go. I'm not getting rid of my 9 to 5 because that's a cute little easy 6 figure. So we're going to leave that where it's at right now. Real estate, it doesn't take a lot out of me. So I'm going to hold on to that. Right? Credit repair, you're dealing with people and they want their credit fixed in 2 days after they done messed it up for the past 10 years. Like, I'm like, yeah, that can go. Now, I don't mind teaching someone else credit repair because what I'm doing, there are people that are better than me, but I'm in a group of people, how recession proof is, where I got access to a lot of information. But for me to literally take the time, and I'm dealing with phone calls and dealing with emails. Oh my gosh, girl, my credit score ain't gone up since I've been talking to you, even though I've been maxing my cards out still. They don't want to hear what you got to say, but okay, I gotta let that part go because my influence is bigger in the ugly brand. So I DM'd Jeremy and I said, hey, I need to know what the next event is. I will pay now. Just let me know the date. I'll pay now. But like, what's up? He's like, there's going to be another one. I'm going, when it's put out there. And so I'm definitely going to be at the next level speakers event for sure. Because I think that's where my value is. I think that I don't, we got stuff to do, man. This ugly brand is going to be, and that's why when you buy your t-shirt, there's a card that comes in there and it says, this is not just a t-shirt, it's a lifestyle. Doing it ugly is a lifestyle. So it requires you to change your mind a little bit. It requires you to think a little bit outside of your comfort zone. But I've never known anybody to grow in a comfort zone. So which one is it? You want to be comfortable or you want to grow?
Right.
So
can't be both of them. It has to be one or the other.
Can't be both.
Definitely. I think like the first few things that he had said when we got to the conference was no excuses, only execution. So that was really like, okay, this how we started off. Like,
it is so crazy you're saying that because I have a shirt that's going to be coming out. I haven't released it yet. Nobody has seen it yet. Nobody's seen it. It's not like it's a huge design, but I can tell you what it is. Now, the shirt is simply going to say, don't go. Anybody listen to this, don't haul off trying to take. Now, I told you I trademarked stuff. One of my friends is a lawyer. Okay, I'm good to go over here.
Oh, so you can't play with it.
Not playing. Play. The next shirt, one of the shirts I'm going to come out with from the ugly brand is execute expeditiously. Stop waiting. What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? So I might wait for that to come out during hoodie season. So my next door neighbor definitely made it very clear for me that he asked me, he's like, I want to buy 2 hoodies. I said, Jay, I don't have hoodies yet. And he's like, Kelly, it is 56 days till hoodie season. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I got to get working on that. So I definitely think
y'all up north, so that's why he already know that it's
Oh
hidden
yeah.
season on
Oh
the
yeah.
way. Okay.
My lawyer just came on here, Miss Bougie. Let me, if y'all need trademarking services, Bougie Esquire. Okay, I've known this young lady since I was 13 years old. Okay, get y'all stuff trademarked. I would rather you get your stuff trademarked before it becomes an LLC. That's
Yeah,
easy. That's easy.
definitely.
Okay, get that paperwork in and get your stuff trademarked. If you need her information, shoot me my DMs, and I definitely will let you know. Put you on. She's an amazing person. She definitely will get the job done.
Yeah, trademark definitely secures the bag in
Yes, it
all
does.
aspects.
Does.
Definitely. So, wait, hold on. I done got my computer done went down with my questions. So I know that you were just saying that you have a different design that you're going to be coming out. So are you going to be changing up designs like per shirt, per hoodie, or like how
Yeah,
are you going to
yeah.
go with the Do It Ugly?
Because I'm not like the most fashionable person, right? Like, I mean, my tennis shoe game is lit, but like other than that, I'm not someone who's like, I'm now getting the
Fashion.
like now when I see people's shirts, I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? I'll take a note or something like that. But yeah, I do. I already have another logo for the Ugly brand.
Mm-hmm.
The way I'm probably going to do it is just tiers. You know, this collection, the original, the one that I dropped now. This is the original collection. I'm going to always have that one available. I might have another collection that's only available for a couple of months. I might have some that's only available. I haven't thought about that yet. You know, but it's kind of like how Yeezy does his stuff. I'm not Yeezy
Yeah.
yet, but I also don't want that craze either
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like it. It makes people feel like the point of this is to include everybody. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to feel excluded from the brand. You know, so I just got some wristbands. So anyone who buys a shirt now, at this point is going to get a free wristband. I'm also going to put those on for sale separately if they want those too, because you might not like the shirt, you might not want the shirt, but just a wristband, like a gentle reminder, like you go do something, you see that, like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me do this. You know what I mean? The whole point of this is to really influence everyone to, like, in those times where you feel like you're defeated, those times where you feel like you have nothing left, like, nah, I don't care if your face ugly, I don't care if you got the ugly cry, I don't care if you got snot coming out your nose, like, clean it up, let's go, we got stuff to do. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think there are a lot of people who struggle with that. There's a lot of great people out here who have not done things because they waiting for things to just be perfect, and perfection doesn't even exist. Like, you waiting to do something that's not even real.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Definitely. So I know that you were saying that you're getting out of the credit space, but I
Mhm.
have to ask you, how can someone do it ugly with their credit? If they're new, if they know that they maxed out credit cards, like what
Mhm.
is like 3 tips that they can use to start them to getting back on the right track with getting their credit together? We're gonna
First
be
thing, I'm
versatile.
first thing I'm gonna tell you to do is get a budget. Okay, where majority of where it goes. In 1 second, courtesy of the federal government. You see, these, work for the government. You just seen one of these little books, right? This right here, the book, and it has I get paid every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I write my budget down. First paycheck,
Okay.
second paycheck of the month, where everything needs to go. Okay, you absolutely cannot manage money better if you don't know where it's going. You
Mm-hmm.
have to have a budget. You have to know where your money's going in order to know where your money can go, if that makes sense, right? So that's the first thing I will always tell somebody to do. Get a budget. And for me, I'm a write down person. I like to write stuff down. It's the best way I can remember things. It's the best way I can do things. I got to see it. I got to cross it off. Now, you got some
Mm-hmm.
people who do an Excel spreadsheet. There's plenty of apps out there. Mint is a good app. There's plenty of budget apps out there. Mint, I use Mint because it would even track, like, right when I spent money. It's right there. It'll show, categories and everything. And so when you see something, you're like, dang, I spent $400 on burgers this month.
Right.
When you could have put $400 on a payment this month.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it, it hits different. And you move different when you start seeing it. We humans are instant we love instant gratification.
Yeah.
Right? So when you see things, you're like, oh yeah, let me this is why this is why some people can't lose weight. This is why some people can't do certain things, like when it comes to the gym, because the gratification is the results are not instant.
Yeah.
You going. So the first thing I always tell anybody to do, get a budget. Write a budget down. If you don't know how to write a budget, I did a video on it long time ago. I could repost it. But that's my first recommendation. Get a budget. Second thing is, I am a supporter and a fan of multiple bank accounts. And for a couple of reasons. The first reason is banking is all about relationships. And so you need to establish relationships with different institutions. Every institution is going to offer you something different. Okay. So what Navy Federal, everybody knows about Navy Federal. If you don't know about Navy Federal, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Okay. These credit unions they give you a lot of money. They'll give you a lot of money. To whereas these bigger banks, PNC, Bank of America, they don't want to see little black people win. They're not here to support small businesses. They don't really care about it. Right. So I always tell people to, if you can, get multiple bank accounts, because you're establishing multiple banking relationships for whatever your funding needs may be, for whatever it is. And it allows you to separate your money. So that way you don't overspend. If it's not there, it's not there. You can't spend it. So for an example, I have an account for my mortgage. That's the only thing that goes in there. I have an account for Toro. That's the only thing that goes in there. I have an account for the Ugly brand. Well, I'm working on it once I get my stuff. But right now I had a personal account that was just sitting. So everything goes somewhere. So for utilities, for certain bills like utilities and things like that, I have an account that goes that for money goes there. And then I just have a spending account. Now, eventually when you get your credit better, I don't use, typically I won't use a debit card. I typically will always use a credit card because I want my rewards points, man. I want my money back in some way, shape, or form, right? So, but I still know from that American Express what I did, right? So if I went out to eat, then that comes out of that spending account. So my money never gets mixed up. My money is never going to be in a negative, because every account has its own purpose. So that's the second thing I'll do. So the first thing, budget. Okay, that is the first thing you need to do. Budget. Okay. I won't say I carry a debit card on me only because there may be times I need to pull cash. That's the only time I'll do that. I don't even like pulling my credit card because the percentage is higher. It's not worth it.
Yeah. The cash
but yeah, so budget, I would recommend you get multiple banking accounts if you can. And then the third thing I would simply do is find an accountability partner. I think that what happens is with finances is we get so closed up and so clammed up about it, right? You know, nobody wants to talk about finances, but that's the same thing in the situation that we in right now, because don't nobody want to talk, right? So for an example, for me, I'm lucky. My mom is very good with budgeting. She's very good with money. And so if I felt like I needed somebody, if I needed to save, I might struggle with that. I will hold, hey, Mom, can you hold this? Can you hold it? And it got to be somebody, like if I go to my mom, I'm like, all right, Mom, I need that. She can be like, for what? For what? What you need that for? No, you ain't getting that. Not for that. You ain't no putting it back. No, you said don't have it. That means you can't get it right now. Right? So there's a level of accountability. It could be your spouse, could be a friend. Find that level of accountability that's going to help you reach your goals. It's hard out here. Finance is a hard thing to understand. It's a very hard, especially when you've grown up, unlearn things. So in our, we're taught cash is king. Cash is not king. Credit is king. Credit is king. If my credit wasn't decent, I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all my credit is like superior. It's not, because I'm still digging myself out of hole. But I've chosen to use my credit, to leverage my credit, to create cash flowing assets. So that's what I've chosen to do. But it's credit is king. If you don't have good credit, I don't know what to tell you. You're in a place now where you might not even get a job if your credit's not good. So it is important. When I got the job where I'm at for federal government, I got an inquiry on my credit. I had no idea. They pulled my credit. I've been in government for over 12 years at that time. What y'all pulling my credit for? I'm good. It's a lot of jobs that do that. But you know, you're my job. Your credit depends on and can depend on it. So much happens. The way you lay your head depends on your credit. People don't think about it like that. You know what I mean? Whether you can get to work or not in a car or on a bus depends on your credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People don't think about that kind of stuff. That's how important this is. It's that important. So you can't put it off. You know what I mean? So when people are out here and they're giving financial tips, them the pages you need to be following. You know what I mean? When you're you might not be able to afford the credit repair or whatever the case may be, but a lot of these people give out a lot of free information. So, you know, it comes back to an application, right? I can give you all this information today. I can give you a whole master class on credit. But if you don't go apply it, well, it's going to work. You know what I mean? So, you know, Kelly, how do I dig out of this hole? First thing you got to do is a budget. I've asked people that. Do you have a budget? No. Well, I don't know. There's no need for me to help you fix your credit.
Yeah, because sometimes that's really what it be, just bad budgeting.
I don't mind firing a client. I have no problems doing it. Because if you're not going to put in the work, why am I waste my time? This ain't about money for me. It's not about money for me. I'm making money. Okay. I'm going to make money. That's never going to be a problem for me. Okay. I do this because I want to help somebody. You know what I mean? But if, like my dad always told me, I can't help somebody who don't want to help themselves. I'm not going to try. I'm going to hurt myself more wanting something more for you that you don't even want for yourself. So,
yeah, I had to learn that myself.
Oh, yeah. And you learn that in so many areas in life. You know what I mean? I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be financially free. I want everybody to do what's best for them. And for, you know, entrepreneurship might not be best for everybody. Maybe people are super comfortable with a 9-to-5. But that don't mean they can't go out and make other business moves and boss moves. You know what I mean? But all of that comes from just you know, you got to start somewhere, and you got to be in order. You got to do what it is that you say you want to do. So, like I said, I'll go back to that. So first thing, get a budget. Second thing, I would recommend you open multiple banking accounts. Third thing, what did I say? Third thing is,
I missed that one too. I had wrote down the first one.
I think the third thing I said was to application accountability. That's what it was. Accountability.
Oh yeah, accountability partner.
Yep. Get yourself an accountability partner. And I think that's one of the top 3 ways when it comes to your finances, you know, that you can easily get things going. But I tell you, number one thing is that budget. You gotta know where your money's going. You have to. Because a lot of us think that we don't have do have. It's just a matter of discipline. It's a matter of where we put in it. But because you don't even know where you put in it, you're like, oh, I just don't have it. No, you got it. You just put it in the wrong place. Yeah. You got to see that. We're visual beings. So yeah.
Yeah, I had to learn that too, because I read somewhere where it's saying that it doesn't matter about the amount of money that you make, it's how you utilize your money. So I was just like, okay.
Keeping how much you can put in, excuse me, guys, I have to log into this. But yeah, it's all about how much you can keep and how much you can where you put it, right? If you don't know, you're not. It's why would somebody give you more money if you can't manage the little bit that you got?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's not going to last long. You ask a lot of these athletes out here who have lost money. They didn't know where it was going.
Yeah, definitely having a plan. So what can we look for in the future with the Do It Ugly brand? Like, what else are you going to bring to us? Excited.
I'm going to bring the heat. That's what I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring heat. I'm going to, I most definitely am going to go to the speakers conference, the next level conference. Clearly, I don't have a problem speaking. Clearly, I don't have a problem. I get so many messages, and I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like this. This is just confirmation for me. More so when I get this, I get random messages all the time. Hey, Kelly, I did it ugly today. I was so scared, man. I didn't want to do this, but I kept hearing you say do it ugly. I kept hearing you say do it ugly. So I just did. I just did it, Kelly. Look, I just did it. And I'm like, yo, let's go. Like, let's go. Yeah, so from the Ugly brand, I definitely, we're going to continue to do the clothing line. We're going to definitely continue to, like I said, hoodies are going to be coming out, more shirts. I've got a new design already underway. I actually think I love it. So it's just a matter of printing and embroidery and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to step that game up too, with printing and embroidery. But mainly my next level is to get into motivational speaking and take this to another level. I need everybody to really understand there's so much you can do in life. And I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? Somebody can say, Kelly, I want to be the best farmer. Okay, well, guess what? That's ugly too. Just want to let you know. There's nothing. I don't know any celebrities. I mean, there are some people that we might look up to who, you know, might have had it handed to them. But everybody in our community that have got it, you know what I mean? You got some people literally got it out the mud. You know what I mean? That ain't me. not gonna say that, but I done been through some mud. You know, I didn't get it out the mud, but I done been through some mud. And things were ugly. But people gotta realize, like, you gotta go through that ugly stage to get to the beat face. You know what I'm saying? I literally just said that. Like, you gotta go through the ugly stage to get to that beautiful flower. Like, if you look at landscaping, right? So for example, landscaping, you can put a plant in the ground. There's nothing pretty about dirt. There's nothing pretty about dirt. There's nothing pretty about about roots. Like, I've never seen a pretty root. I'm like, oh, that's a gorgeous root. Yeah, you've never seen it, right? But eventually, the plant goes through this whole little process. You get sunlight, and then you get watered, and you get all this other stuff, and eventually you start to grow. But under that beautiful flower, there's this ugly root, and there's ugly dirt, right? If we just look at that place, like, people got to realize that's where you start. That's where the beauty comes. The beauty grows from the bottom, not from the top. It don't work that way. It don't. You're not gonna know what to do at the top if you never started at the bottom.
Yep.
It just doesn't work that way. So that's my goal. My goal is definitely to take this to another level. Motivational speaking, I definitely think is going to become a thing. Just encouraging people. I'm not really sure about the coaching thing, the coaching space. I'll think about it. But I think more so motivational speaking is more so my. I'd rather reach past people than just have like one-on-ones, and then times that I'm doing one-on-ones, I could really be speaking to a large group of people. And if I reach, if I put the message out there to, 50 people, I'm happy if just one person walks out of the room with understanding of what doing it ugly means. And I think that a lot of people are starting to get it. I didn't really realize motivational speak. I never really thought that, but I just get so many messages. Kelly, you inspire me. You don't have any idea. Like, I was in tears, and then I heard you say blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what's your name? What? Like, okay. So that's what I realized when I spoke to Jeremy, well, not when Jeremy spoke that day, I realized, I'm like, you know what? Impact over income. Yeah. It's about impact over income. And like I said, I tell people all the time, once you realize that this is not about you, that's when you start really digging into what your purpose is. And so I really think that this is more so my purpose. And so alongside of the brand, the clothing brand, definitely going to pursue motivational speaking. That's what we're going to do.
That's what's up. Because in a sense, the Do It Ugly brand would be kind of like a accountability. Like, you're like an accountability partner to people. Like, they see you doing it, so it's like, okay, if Kelly doing it, okay, I still need to do it for myself.
Right.
Like, definitely the accountability. That's fire.
We're transparent about what's going on with me. I'm never going to be one of those people where it's always up. That's not realistic. That's not life. That's not life. Like I told you guys, man, I dropped the brand on a Friday, on a Sunday, get a phone call that I lost my uncle. Not life. It's just not life. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm figuring it out. But everybody is. Everybody's figuring out. Like, nobody has it all figured out. So when we stop holding ourselves to that standard, like, I gotta figure this out. No, you don't. You need to do. Is what you need to do. And I'm not telling anybody, and I don't want anyone to get anything misconstrued. Don't just go out here doing random stuff, okay? Let's not do that. There still needs to be a plan. Like, even a bank robber has a plan, okay? A bank robber has a plan. I'm not telling you to do that. What I am telling you is to stop taking all the notes. Enough of taking all the notes. You've done all the research you need to do. It's time for you to get into action. You don't need passion. You need action, okay? Your passion can be great, but your passion ain't going to help nobody. Right. Your passion is not going to help anybody until you put some action behind your passion. So, come on, man. Like, you got work to do. So, that's just it. Like, that's just what reminds me. Like, there are days where I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Or, I don't know why I'm doing this. It's any other. Nah, okay, enough of that. Everything was so nice. Keep it moving. So, a lot of self-talk happens there. And that's okay.
Look, tough talk is what can get you through it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to just be realistic with
And
yourself. Like, come on now, what's going on?
you got to wake up in the morning
Definitely.
and look in that mirror when you ain't pretty, you don't have your makeup on, guys, you ain't brushed your beard yet, you know what I mean? You still got your cap on. You know, wake up in the morning and look at yourself and be like, whew, man, might be ugly today, but I tell you what, got work to do. I got work to do.
Yeah, definitely. Dr. Tyrone Douglas, he had said at the conference this week, what did he say? He said, embrace the struggle and adversity means confirmation. So I was like, yo,
Ooh,
that's deep. Like, deep, deep. Like, honestly, like, adversity means confirmation. Like, if you're going through it, then it means
yeah.
something is on the way up. Something is always on the way up. And
Yeah.
then he was also, I don't know if it was him or somebody else, but they were just saying, like, you know, a lot of times we feel like when things are going wrong, we always like to be quick to say, the devil busy, the devil busy. But it's like, you know, in actuality, it's actually God busy,
Right.
being busy. Like, he's trying to show you, you working hard. Okay, cool. I'm finna test your faith. What's next?
Right.
How you
Right.
gonna do this? Are you gonna stay there?
Right.
Are you gonna move?
Right.
So,
That's the thing. When my uncle passed away, and like I said, I'm still, even to this day, going through stuff on my job. My supervisor, things not going right, man. You know, it's messy. It's messy,
mm-hmm.
and you know, I'll say I'm an emotional person. I'm not, but I am. I'm tough, but I mean, I'm still human. And you know, this lady sent me an email, and it just broke me, man. I cried, man. I broke. When I tell you I broke, I broke. I called my mom, and she said, "Well, Kelly, you understand what's happening right now?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about? Like, she getting on my nerves. That's what's happening right now." She said, "No, no, no, no. This was a week before I released the brand. So you gotta understand something good. You're getting ready to do something great. Anything good to you don't come easy." So when she said that to me, I said, "Oh, okay. Let me get myself together," because it's just what you just said. God's saying, "Okay, you know, you wanted this, right? You wanted
Yeah.
this, right? This is not gonna come easy. This don't just not. It's not gonna just be put you in your lap. You know what I mean? Let me make sure that you still focused. I could have got really unfocused. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's gonna be one a day.
It's
I could have
fine.
really got unfocused on the brand by what my supervisor was doing. It's a scary thing. This is my supervisor, you know, and what she was doing could low key, you know, it causes a lot of problems. You know what I mean? To which can ultimately you mess with my livelihood now. But I had to really ask myself, or is she? Is she really messing with my livelihood? Or is this even my livelihood anymore? I had to really ask myself some questions, because we put so much we put so many eggs in that basket, that safety net. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think what was happening was guys moving these eggs up out of this one basket, out of the government basket, and putting it into the ugly basket. You know, real nice and slow, just moving it, real nice and slow. And a lot of the times, where we jack ourselves up is we don't know how to sit still. We don't know how to sit still. When this kind of stuff is happening, and when everything seems to be so awry in your life and all over the place, dysfunctional, the kids not listening, my spouse is out of pocket, he's not being a good partner, she's not being a good partner, I got my family dysfunctional, they all over the place, because that happened too in the last 2 weeks. It was a lot. It was so much going on. And literally, it was nothing but just a little distraction. So all of this stuff around me is happening, but I still managed to stay focused on that ugly brand. It was just a test. It's just a test. So I had to sit back. You know what I mean? When my uncle passed away, I got that phone call. I drove home. I went to go to his house. I came home. I rode in the car in silence. Okay, I rode in the car because I needed to hear what it is that I'm trying to be told. I just need to sit back and listen. See, sometimes don't even get me started, right? So a lot of times we get so upset about some of the things we're going through, and it's because we ain't sat back and listened at some point. At some point, this lesson has probably been taught to us, but we had so much noise going around us, we never really got the lesson. And so one thing I've learned in life is that God gonna keep teaching you the same lesson until you get it.
Yeah.
Until you understand what's happening. So sometimes when things are going crazy and all over the place, just sit back. Just sit back and remember where it is that you're going. Okay. It's just like the Waze app. Okay. You put in your destination and sometimes it might be an accident and Waze is going to reroute you. You're still going to that destination. You just had to get rerouted. You don't stop. You don't, oh my God, it's rerouting me, I'm pulling over. You don't pull over. You make a U-turn. You turn right. But you still end up at your destination. So that's what I said earlier is so many of us want to get to a destination, but we keep quitting. Stop. Stop quitting when things get ugly. Stop. You stop doing that. I guarantee you, I'm going to promise you this one. I don't promise a lot because I'm human and things don't always work. But if you literally just sit back, listen, and then be consistent, you'll most likely get to where you want to go. You got to have direction. You got to have your destination. How you get there is not your business. It's not, I mean, it is your business, but how you get there is not just a thing. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. And whether you get there by plane, whether you get there by boat, isn't that a song, right? They say, I don't care how you get there if you can. Just get there. Just get there. Who cares? Just get there.
I like that. Come on, Kelly. I love it. Amazing. I love it. So in closing, how can everybody get in contact with you, reach you? When the shirt's coming back out? Like, we ready for it all.
So as I'm sitting here, I just got a text message from the printer, so I'm gonna check that. So I've got new colorways coming out. The next colorway is gonna be it's like a light pink and a Tahiti blue. I thought that was pretty cool.
I like those.
Definitely, we're working that up. I'm hopefully going to be talking to him today. I'm hoping to have the remaining orders next week. That is those are my hopes. Like I said, it's Monday, so I'm pretty sure though the rate we're going, we'll have them. Next week, I'll be fulfilling those orders. Get in contact with me. Shoot up them DMs. Slide in my DMs. I typically respond. Sometimes I don't.
Okay, Jose.
Man, listen, I owe Jose an apology. But you know what I did, right? What I did with Jose is I realized that he would respond to comments more. And so I just stayed on his comments. I'd be like, yo, that was funny. I don't know what. Check your DM. Oh, man. I don't know. Check your DM. And
I did that the other day. That's so crazy you said that.
Yeah, like I always say, like, hey, check your DM. And then it got to the point where, like, now I got his phone number, right? Now I got to do all that. Now I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? What's up, man? But definitely hit my DMs. I want to reach out to everybody. The Do It Ugly brand, I'm running that page for right now. Eventually, I don't plan to run that page, but I still definitely plan to still be involved. I'll still have, access to it and stuff like that. But mainly, hit my page, KeliKelz. I don't care what it is. You can just, Kel, I needed that. Kel, I need something from you. I need some encouragement. I'm scared. I'm this, I'm that. Whatever it is, just hit my DMs. For those, you already got my phone number. Y'all know what's up. But yeah, that's it. So once the brand releases the new colorways, I'm going to put them out on my social media pages first, probably about 2 or 3 days ahead of time, and then I'll definitely always have a release date. I will always release new stuff at 11:11. It just depends on the day, but the time I will always release it at 11:11. That time means something to me. If you look it up, it's like something like really special. Right, new beginnings, right? And so, but for me, I never knew that it had like this real meaning. My dad used to just always see it, and he would always say, "Hey, look, it's 11:11. Hey, it's 11:11. Hey, 1:11." So from this point, like from when I started the brand, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna release everything at 11:11. No matter what day it is, it's always gonna be 11:11. So
it's so crazy that you said that. In my video today, I think I messed up at 11:11 and still posted it. Like, cause I had the filter today with like the date and the time on it, and 11:11 is one of the times that's on it. And I think that's the part where I was like, nah, and then had to come back and like, okay,
that's it.
Let me continue to do it.
That 11:11 is different, man. It hits different. So definitely am planning to have a new release. I'm gonna shoot for next week, but I'll confirm it. So follow my page, follow the Do It Ugly brand as well as KeliKelz. A lot of the times the posts are interchangeable. You'll see on both pages. And yeah, we have a website, www.theuglybrand.com. If you want to buy merchandise, I'm releasing the wristbands this week. So those will be coming out as well for those who just want to purchase those.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Are you guys gonna do like socks and bucket hats?
So look, I just got requested for socks, and I was like, "What socks?" Like they're like, "Yeah, Kelly, that's a thing. Like people be wearing socks over their hands and stuff now." So and bucket hats. My best friend told me about bucket hats. She's like, I want one with just the little the logo on it. And I'm like,
yeah.
So now that you're like the second or third request, I will release them for you guys. Give me about a week or 2 weeks, and let me get the design and everything together, and we gonna drop those.
Okay, because it's hot in Georgia, and we need bucket hats for the heat.
Look, I'm gonna
we need all that.
Content creation boot camp.
You say, am I going to the content creation boot camp? Not this time. I went to the one that was this past summer.
Nice.
Well,
okay.
it is summer.
I'll be there April. I'm sorry, August 3rd to August the 4th through the 7th is boot camp. So I'm coming down there. So yeah. So I hopefully if we get around, you know what I mean. I'll hit you up. We can kick it.
Look, I'm gonna talk to Dave and see if he can let the people who already pre-came like try to come to the
for the Top Golf.
Top Golf night or something. Let me pay to get in or something like that. Yeah.
Be dope. That would be dope. That way we still get to all kind of hang out.
Yep. I'm gonna definitely ask him about that because I was just like, we ain't getting to go to Top Golf. I mean, we still got some good info, but you know.
While I'm talking to you now, what I'll probably do is since the guy that prints the shirts is down in Atlanta, I'll probably have him print extra so that I can have on me while I'm down there. I'll do that.
Perfect. Okay, so I appreciate you, Kelly, of course, for getting on here, talking with us, letting us know to do it ugly, regardless of where we at in life. Like, this is definitely motivational for me, motivational to other people, like to just continue to strive and do exactly what it is that you want to do. And, just not worrying about everything being perfect. So we really appreciate you for coming on here, giving us that good information.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me. Thank you for having me. Anytime you let me know, we can run it back, man. I love talking about this. I love growing in this. And I love seeing how it's helping other people grow in whatever area it is. You know what I mean? But I get to see it firsthand in the morning meetup with people in their businesses and things like that. So it's just like, when I get those messages like, hey, Kelly, I just did it ugly. And I'd be like, oh yeah, like how? It's just amazing, and so it's amazing, and I'm so grateful. God has given me this I would say energy, this gift, this purpose, and I'm literally just figuring it out. So, but now my foot is on the gas, no brakes.
Yes, I also want to tell you, I really freaks with you and your people. Like, you have like a legit support system. Because when I tell you, like, a lot of people started following me, and I'm like, who is this? Because I always go to look to see who it is. Followed by KeliKelz. Okay, cool. Followed by KeliKelz. Okay, cool. Okay.
Look, man.
People coming through in the building.
Like I'm telling anybody, I'm blessed, man. I can never sit here and say I did this by myself. I'll never tell anybody that. I have always had a support system behind me, like none other. And so and I appreciate that because it also has taught me how to support other people. I think that in our community we always have that stigma, that crab barrel mentality. And so and getting in a place now where I'm seeing that it ain't always got to be that way. And so with that, I appreciate all my followers, because I definitely was gonna say it. Y'all, look, go follow CoachLay. Listen, don't just be on here getting all these gems and don't follow. A follow is $4.99. It is free $99. You gotta share this, okay? Share it out, man. This ain't about us. We trying to help other people. 2 Black women doing our thing, man. Like, listen, we changing the narrative of Black women. Like, we doing this a whole different way. So appreciate all of my followers following you. Appreciate whatever followers you follow me. I am looking forward to just helping everybody that I can.
Definitely. I appreciate you so much, Kelly. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. Make sure that we're doing it ugly this week. Well, matter of fact, make sure we're just doing it ugly in general.
Just do it ugly.
Keep it going. Like, because if you stop, then you're going to be trying to, I need to do this. I need to do that. Just do it ugly.
It's ugly.
Make sure get out. Like you said, we're not here for ourselves. We're here for it to be an impact to other people. So I appreciate you coming on here, being an impact to me, my followers, this community, everybody. So it's just, as always, it's up from here. Like,
absolutely.
On new levels.
Up, man. Ugly is up. Let's do it. Let's go.
I like like that.
Yeah, that's another shirt. Ugly is up, man.
Exactly.
Let's go.
That's another quote.
Let's go.
Perfect. So I'll see you in the morning, Kelly.
Absolutely.
Meet up. Don't forget to read tonight. I always be forgetting to read, but I'm gonna read.
I don't know what page numbers I missed it this morning.
Oh.
Just hit me in the DMs.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like 177
Yeah, shoot me a
or
text.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
All right.
All right.
Love y'all, man. Love y'all.
Love you too. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.